February 1933, 2 days after Hitler's rise, Dietrich got behind the microphone to open Germany's eyes. He warned about a Führer who demands what God alone should get. When the leader becomes the misleader, the nation will regret. He was only 30 seconds in when the signal went dead. They cut him off mid-sentence for the things he said. Beware the leader who becomes your lord. That's the warning they couldn't afford. Führer turns to Verführer, leader to Seducer's call. When a man takes the place of God, the nation starts to fall. The German people listening heard the truth begin to break. Then silence, just static, for democracy's sake. The cut broadcast, the silenced voice, speaking truth before the nation lost its choice. 2 days in and he could see what this Führer worship was going to be. They pulled the plug but couldn't kill the word. Some truths are dangerous to be heard. While others saw a savior for Germany's despair, Bonhoeffer saw idolatry rising everywhere. The crowds were chanting Heil with their hands raised high. But Dietrich saw a golden calf and knew the end was nigh. He spoke into the microphone what the church refused to say, and paid the price for prophecy that very day. The line between a leader and a god is a line that tyranny will always trod. When the masses give a man what belongs to heaven alone, that's when the Führer sits on God's own throne. Bonhoeffer saw it coming before the camps, before the war, and they cut his voice for warning what they had in store. 12 years later he would hang for resisting Hitler's reign. But the warning that was silenced has echoed ever since that day. When leaders demand worship and the crowds comply, when truth is inconvenient, the prophets have to die. But the broadcast that was cut still speaks across the years about the cost of silence when a tyrant appears. Cut broadcast, the prophet's warning sound, speaking truth before the darkness shut it down. 2 days in and he could see what blind devotion was going to be. They silenced him but couldn't stop the word. The most dangerous truths must be heard. When you see the leader taking God's place, when you see the masses worshiping a face, when you feel the pressure just to go along, remember Dietrich's voice before they cut the song. The cost of speaking truth is often high, but the cost of silence is the reason prophets die.